Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys another custom origin called the Warlock, made by the Discord user Sir Ion from the Origins Discord. And yeah, I also made an origin about a Warlock in my... It's one of my first videos, so if you haven't watched that, I recommend you don't, but yeah, this origin does require the extra origins mod to actually work properly, so you also need a resource pack that will also be linked in the description below with the media file link, because it's just for convenience. And if you want to know what this is, well, watch till the end, I guess. And this is one of my favorite origins so far, might I mention, right after the Void Traveler and, well, some other origin, the Space Break origin, so I hope you guys like this one as well. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Before I get into this video, I just want to mention that according to YouTube statistics, only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. So if you like this video, please consider subscribing. It's free and it helps out a ton. And yeah, let's get into it. Moving on to your first ability, you have Demon Guard, which is, well, this guy right here. Yeah, you basically get this own, demon, I suppose, that will protect you at any cost. So it's basically an invisible wolf. It's not a transparent wolf, it's just invisible. But because I have shaders on and all that, it's way more visible than it should be. And if you want the model, you actually have to install the resource pack, which is why it has a resource pack. And yeah, this guy will basically defend you from any mobs, and it has this guy really has a tendency to just run off. I don't know why, but when I was testing this origin, he just ran off and I never found him again, so I had to select the origin again to actually get him. So yeah, he'll come to wherever you are, so most of the time, I suppose. And you can make him sit down by just right clicking on him like a dog would. And yeah, after he dies, he does respawn after like 20 seconds, 30 seconds actually. And yeah, he's a bit slow and does more damage, so yeah, he's basically just like a bodyguard, I guess. And yeah, you also have an ability called Undead Affinity. So basically you take less damage from undead mobs, a quarter less, so 25% less. And yeah, let's move on to the next ability. Now, moving on to the next ability, you have Ritual Component. So basically, when you're holding a fermented spider eye, you can crouch to basically increase, well, your ritual components, I guess. And with these ritual components lead to two other abilities, being the Summon Imp ability and the Unholy Power ability. So the Summon Imp ability basically just summons this invisible wolf along with, well, custom model. So another reason to have the resource pack. And whenever you look at it, it'll say Imp. So you can summon multiple of these guys. And whenever you hit a mob, they will actually go after him. So I'll just get myself a husk. And if I hit him, you'll see that they go after him. So yeah, they do also go after skeletons, so you don't have full control over them. And they'll die after a limited amount of time. And other mobs can kill them as well, so they're not great, but you can summon multiple of them, so it's not too bad. But yeah, you can just have your little army. And yeah, your other ability being Unholy Power. I really don't... Another thing to mention is that you have to crouch every single time. It doesn't happen continuously. And I hate that because, I mean, yeah, it's a bit annoying to press the button again and again. So Unholy Power, basically when you press a secondary key, your Demon Guard will gain strength and resistance. Will gain a bunch of buffs, basically. So if I just summon Husk, you know, he's not doing anything. And yeah, that just looks really weird. I mean, you can see right through him like the water is clear, but it's not. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a way to make actual mobs not appear in resource packs, so I wish that was a bit implemented. If it can be, well, I mean, I'm not an expert, so I don't judge. But yeah, you do also have another ability called the Soul Stone and the Health Stone. So the Health Stone is basically meant to heal you. For some reason, it doesn't work for me. I'm guessing that's a known issue. You also have the Soul Stone, which doesn't work for me either, because I mean, the Health Stone, it's supposed to work when you press your save activator toolbar activator key, but it doesn't work for me. But on the Soul Stone, I just don't know how to make it work, so I just guess. I mean, I went through the game, went through this Origins code to actually try and find it. I wasn't able to, so I guess I don't know what that ability does. And yeah, let's move on to the downside. Moving on to your first downside and your only downside, you have hunger. You just burn hunger fast. It's pretty self-explanatory. Another thing to mention about these abilities, you have two neutral abilities called Demon Bargain and Animal Sacrifice. But basically, every time you, like, if I just turn it to nighttime, yeah, and if I just sleep, you'll see that after I finish sleeping, so just give it a sec, and you'll see that a demon patron said that, would you like to make a deal? So when I press yes, it says that it's an unknown scoreboard. I don't know why this doesn't work for me. I'm guessing that's a known issue as well. So basically what this guy is meant to do is, you're meant to bargain with him until, well, every time you bargain with him, you lose 2 hearts. And when you die, it's resetted, so don't worry about it being permanent. And once you do it for around the 6th time, I think, you're meant to go into his own dimension, sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know why it doesn't work for me, honestly. So yeah, and then the animal sacrifice thing is basically you have to kill wolves and goats within a 5-block radius, and they'll give you, well, ritual components. So they're not too, well, not too good of an ability, but it's not too bad either. But it doesn't work for me. I don't know why, as I said before. So you'll have to contact the creator on that one. But yeah, let's move on. And yeah, that's it for this origin. I know this is a bit of a small origin. A couple of these abilities don't actually work, so I mean, only 3 of them don't work, but around 4 of them, I suppose, because I don't know how to make the Soulstone thing work. But other than that, it's pretty enjoyable to play as, even if you don't have most of 3 of the abilities. Like the Demon God thing is really cool, along with the fact that it has a different model for when the wolf is sitting. Yeah, I just really wish that there was some way to make the wolf completely invisible, so that, I mean, that just looks weird. I mean, yeah, so yeah, that's about it. I wish that there were more downsides as well. I mean, having more hunger as a problem isn't actually a very big downside. A lot of origins actually have that, so yeah, but other than that, this is a well thought out origin. I mean, not well thought out, I would say. I mean, it's well thought out, but it doesn't have enough downsides in my perspective, so yeah. But other than that, I really like the effort that the creator put into this origin to go as far as to make a model for this demon god and for the imps, so I really appreciate that. I mean, I tried making models once, and I can tell you that it's extremely difficult, at least for me. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed and leave a comment on what you think about this origin, and if or some of the not working abilities were actually something to do with my other data packs that I installed into this world. So if they work for you, just tell me. I'll find out what's wrong with my world, I suppose. And yeah, so that I can play with this origin as well, I suppose. And yeah, that's about it. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, see you.